Quite a lot has been happening in the polity, and we're still about the capture of Sambisa and a couple of other issues making the rounds. But all the same, we have one big one that we'll be looking at in the next 25 minutes. And welcome to Politics Today. I'm Sulaiman Alede. That's the big issue we'll be looking at today, the appointment or confirmation of a substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. Just in the course of the week, we had Professor Akin Oyebode, who joined us on Sunrise Daily, our breakfast program in the morning, and in his words, he used the word, he said, it is unprecedented for us in the history of Nigeria to have an acting CJN. That's our crux of the matter today on Politics Today, and we have two lawyers. These gentlemen will be looking at this issue from all sides, because if you've been following this, there's a whole lot that many have been alluding to this, which they think perhaps they're looking at the issue of morality, they're looking at the issue of law, they're looking at the issue of some form of silence that is so loud that many are reading all kinds of meanings into all of that. You want to call it the ethnic card, it is also on the table. Let's quickly introduce our guest. Joining us from Abuja this evening is Daniel Boala. He's a lecturer of law. He's also a lawyer. Good to have you join us this evening. And right here in the studios in Lagos is GT Ogunye. Many thanks for joining us this evening. This is one issue that has actually caused some kind of divergent views among lawyers, irrespective of where their leaning are, because sometimes you find it very difficult to find where they would really want to put their hands on this. Starting off from Lagos studios now, let's see the issue of the non-confirmation, or rather the delay in the confirmation of the CJN. Many wondered why this has been. Some others were thinking that the name of Justice Onogan was going to be sent to the Senate with two others that we saw in the past weeks.
Well, they have a right to wonder. I wonder myself, and I think that it behoves the executive to act as it should act, and that if it has a good reason for not wanting to act as it should act, I think that the Nigerian people deserve to know why it is delaying in acting in a manner that the executive would be expected to act. However, what I don't find acceptable is the overt politicization of the matter and ethnicizing it. A section of the media has turned this in a rather disconcerting manner into a campaign of some sort. And I think that we're talking about the office, the exalted office of the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And I think that people, regardless of how eager they are about this matter, ought to realize that eventually we're going to have a Chief Justice who's going to be a Chief Justice of Nigeria, and not the Chief Justice of Southern Nigeria, or Northern Nigeria, or Western Nigeria, or Eastern Nigeria, or in this South Nigeria. We can take on the administration and say, why do you deter? Why this lethargy? Why did it take you, for example, 7-8 months to constitute a cabinet? Trump has almost finished constituting his own. I mean, we can take on the administration and say, is this a pattern? Are we now witnessing this in the judiciary? Why should it be so? And we can debate whether, under the Constitution, the president, who is the head of the executive branch, has a discretion in the matter. Some have argued that the president is a rubber stamp. Once the NJC recommends, so he has no choice in the matter. I don't agree, because it takes not even two to tango now, three. The three arms of government, in a unanimous manner, must agree before you can have.
So in this case, the NJC.
So that even if the president were to forward the nomination, the recommendation of the NJC
to the Senate,
and the Senate refuses, So will anybody then say the Senate does not have the power to refuse? So I think that we need to be careful. And for those who are saying that this is unprecedented, I say yes. The judiciary is noted for creating precedents when there is none. Not too long ago, in this country, when Justice Isaiah Salami was being unceremoniously treated by his peers in the NJC, we had an acting president of the Court of Appeal. An acting president of the Court of Appeal in this country. And even when the NJC, and I'm talking about Mustafa's NJC, I'm talking about Honorable Justice Mustafa retired, revisited the matter and recommended to President Goodluck Jonathan, thou shalt recall this man from suspension. Because we have looked at it. The president on that occasion said, through his Attorney General Adoke, who is now on the run, that, and who has been charged to court recently, that, look, the matter is in sub judice, he's in court, we can't recall him on that occasion. So I didn't hear anybody saying that, oh, the president then was the rubber stamp and he should have recalled. Indeed, those who are even calling for recall were few but strident voices in the legal profession. The elite of the legal profession maintain a very disturbing silence on that occasion. And so the point I'm making is that we can debate all these issues without, and for me, I would say that the executive has a responsibility to act on that recommendation. If it has reservations, either on ethical grounds or on constitutional grounds, for example, saying, there's been this debate about, the feasibility and the possibility of appointing a justice from outside the judiciary.